Welcome to Peri-Pigs, the podcast where two perimenopausal besties, Veronica Pig and Penelope Pig, survive hot flushes, brain fog and midlife mayhem together, one oink at a time.
So if you've laughed, cried or screamed at absolutely nothing this week, you're in the right sty. Let's oink about it. Welcome, everybody. Why are we already laughing? We're laughing already.
Because I can't even do this properly. Right, like, I can't do anything properly.
So the microphone, we've just realised that we've put our microphones on. You've then taken your hoodie off.
Sat on it. Sat on my microphone. So we could have sat here for a whole podcast where you're listening to my arse. Talking shit.
Yeah.
Probably, to be honest.
Well, that's what we do best.
Probably don't even need to explain how the week's going then, do we?
No, well, yeah. How is the week? Well, we were just starting to say it's gone so quick, and we're March already. That's where we.
And
that's
it's still
where we were at before we
raining.
realised.
Although there was that lovely sunshiny day yesterday.
It was. I got caught in the rain today. I had to go and buy an umbrella because it was that or get wet, and I was like, I can afford an umbrella. I'm just going to go whip in, buy the umbrella, carry
and according
on with
to
my
your
day.
husband, you've now got like about 12 umbrellas.
Yeah, but do you know what? I leave umbrellas in places.
Of course you do.
Anyway,
why would you remember to pick? Why would you remember to pick your umbrella?
Exactly,
up?
It's good to have a stock, and then you
funny.
can have one in every sort of compartment of your car. And when you lose it, because that's the other thing,
losing things. You do right. So yeah.
Oh,
that's the
I'm
thing.
really yeah.
You like to lose things, specifically your glasses.
Yes.
You lose them a lot, don't you?
I need the strings. I've got to a point in my
wow.
life. Yeah, I think I need
Are you
to
gonna
have
go
them on a
there?
string. Yeah, because it's brain fog, isn't it?
It is. I was listening to a podcast myself the other day, and they were talking about brain fog, and this was one of the podcasts that people listen to where they're more scientifically talking about this stuff. And she was explaining about all the different parts of the brain and how your hormones impact it. But it is bad. I've had brain fog XXL this week. Like, terrible.
Wow. Okay.
Terrible.
What have you done?
Well, I can't remember half of what I've done. You can't think straight. You can't do simple tasks. You don't really know what you're doing. Everything feels twice as hard as normal.
Yeah.
It's just continual, isn't it? And you're just bumbling along, and everything's just a bit hazy, and you kind of know what you're doing for a moment, and then you forget again.
Yeah.
You know, last week, I think it was last week when I said that I'd forgotten that I'd put myself on Do Not Disturb at work.
Yes.
And then I did the same thing. Rule. I think I know I was a bit like a zombie when I saw you on Wednesday.
I think we both were, weren't we? We were both a bit out of it on that day. What had happened to me? Oh, I'd had a bit of an emotional day of not feeling great. So obviously we had to meet up.
We did.
And have some therapy.
We absolutely had
together. But yeah, I can't really remember much of it because, yeah, it was both in a bit of a weird fog.
Yeah. Feels really horrible. Needed to see each other. And then on the way home was my awful thing that happened to me on the way home. I knew I was tired. I knew I wasn't feeling right. We were going to go for a coffee, and then we both decided to actually, let's just go home, at a reasonable time. And I was driving home, and I have to drive down the dual carriageway. And when you're driving your car and you think, oh, it sounds like a window's a bit open. I haven't shut a window properly. It just feels a bit whooshy.
Yeah.
Is whooshy a good word?
It's the noise,
Whistly,
isn't it?
whooshy.
Yeah.
So I went to just, pull up the button for your electric windows and clearly forgot how to operate the windows in my car. And rather than going for the window button that's on the door, which it's always been in the entire time I've owned my car for 5 years, I went for the middle where your gear stick is, and I've got a button handbrake, which effectively is a bit like a window button. Yeah, fancy pulling that when you're going at 50 miles an hour down a dual carriageway. The noise that my car made and the jolt of my car, I realised what I'd done the minute I'd done it, and luckily, obviously, the car didn't allow the handbrake. It knew what I was doing.
That's
and
scary,
didn't do
yeah.
it. But it frightened the life out of myself to the point that, when that feeling comes up and you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. You can't hold it in. That's how I felt. Like I frightened myself.
Well,
and
it's dangerous.
It's a bit shocking.
Yeah.
And that's what is dangerous. Like,
yeah.
that's how bad it can get. And so we can make fun of it and we laugh about it. But in that moment, that was really scary and horrible. Like, I can't even laugh at that moment, like, retrospectively, because it wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, what if my car had have skidded a bit? Or what if something terrible had happened? It's really not very nice, is
Traumatic. A traumatic end to a traumatic day. I had to go home and put myself to bed. Yeah, I bet.
I had to go and be safe, because that is your safe space.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's scary. And since then?
I've been fine since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Woke up a different person the next day and everything's been fine.
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo.
Nearly killed myself last night, but yeah.
Nearly died last night, but I'm still here today and I'm absolutely fine now.
But to be fair, I mean, that's the issue with modern cars, isn't it? Because there's something to be said with a good old-fashioned handbrake in that situation.
A good old-fashioned handbrake and a wind-up window.
Yeah, yeah.
Less is more. Some cars have electric front and windy back.
Yeah, I've got a windy back.
You've got a windy back.
Yeah.
So that was my like real
scary
brain fog moment, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd got myself to the point that I'd thought my handbrake was a window closer. Quite scary. But yeah, other than that, it's been all right.
I had it on a much lesser scary level, but I had it with my printer, where I just had a complete meltdown over the printer because I couldn't work it. I couldn't work out what was wrong with it. I was sat there Googling and going through all of this stuff, and I had to wait for the husband to come home. And by this point, he'd sort of come in, and I've wound myself up so much by it that I burst into tears because I was like, I just can't do it. And I got in a right old mess, which was it's a bit silly, really, isn't it? Wee bit silly, but again, at the moment, in that moment, it was a bit overwhelming because I couldn't do that basic task of working my own printer.
Had anything else happened leading up to that? Was that like the final thing that happened that day that kind of pushed you over the edge?
It was like, the dogs had just been, they'd been really
demanding.
A handful, yes. I'd been jumped on, I'd been clawed at, I'd been barked at, I've been stared at, and it's like, I don't know what you want. Like, there's nothing more I can give you. I've given you everything. You're going to burst if I give you any more food. So, yeah, I felt pretty useless. So I'd had a bit of a feeling sorry for myself, useless day. Again, things getting on top of me that shouldn't really be getting on top of you, but this is what happens.
But they do, because, like, that useless feeling that you've just said, that's really horrible when you feel useless. It's not a nice feeling.
Yeah.
I think you've said that to me in a message this week, like you feel like a useless wife.
Yeah.
You feel like you're useless at work.
Yeah.
So then it's like, right, so I'm going to lose my job, my husband's going to leave me, my dogs don't even like me right now.
The catastrophizing, yeah.
It's all going to go
That's
like...
me.
Yeah, that's me.
Over-dramatic, catastrophizing, yep, that's me.
But people do, because everything feels bigger and everything just feels awful. And then it's like the calm, and then the calm comes after the storm, and then you feel like, how did I get myself so upset about that? That's ridiculous. Like, silly. It's not silly, but on reflection.
Like now, saying it now, it really, again, it's like, it's nothing huge, is it? But it's, it takes over. So I lost all control. But yeah, I'm fine now. I'm like you, I'm fine now.
Well, I lost control though, didn't I? And we've seen it.
Oh, yes, the video. So like my scream that was captured on my cameras, you sent me, it was brilliant. We'll have to try and get a clip of this up.
We'll get it on Instagram, definitely.
Yeah. What had triggered you? So basically you had a melt. So just to explain it, so the cameras have picked you up. You're coming in to your living room, swearing and muttering to yourself.
I was trying to leave my house.
Right.
So this is the story of what actually happened. So I'd had a really busy day at work. I had to go to my nail appointment because self-care is really important, and I needed to be there at 4:15. I've gone to leave the house. I got into the porch, I got my trainers on, I got to the front door and realised that I had the wrong glasses on, because I'm at that age where I've got to have long distance or short distance glasses, and I've been working on the computer. So I was like, for goodness sake, I'm already running late. I now need to go back in and find my glasses so that I can drive safely. This is before handbrake incident. So I've then come back in the house and I've wound myself up at this point, like you did with the printer. And I've then come shuffling back in the house, talking to myself, demanding I need to find my CBD, because I know that when I take a CBD capsule, I find that calming. So I've then gone up the stairs to get the CBD and change my glasses, come back down the stairs, and I've forgotten the CBD, because that's how quick you forget something, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've gone back up the stairs to get it. And at that point, I've just gone, "Ah!" And I was actually hitting myself on the head, telling myself how useless I am. So I hit the useless place as well. And the funny thing is, because I was so aware I'd done it, and because of my awareness of you in the scream situation that you played to me, I was like, I'm so going to go home and find that.
Yeah.
However, finding that and sending it to you brightened up your entire day in the end.
It was hilarious. Yes, because it was. I think it was was it the same day?
It was the same day.
Yes. So
It's
yeah,
all
and I was like,
happened on the
thank
same
you, because
day.
that has really cheered me up. Because do you know what? It was the speed you went up them stairs and the speed you came down. It was so fast. And I was like, do you know what? Out of anything, you look really good and you look really fit, because you were, you sped up them stairs, you sped straight back down.
That was the adrenaline.
Yeah.
That was the adrenaline of
And then it
everything
was,
going
my
on.
favourite bit was when you just screamed, the fucking CBD! I couldn't really make out what the other mutterings
Something
were.
in the porch.
But it was the passion in which you said...
Yes, where's the fucking CBD? Because that's all that I needed in that moment in my life. It was, I made myself laugh. I've watched it several times, much like you had with your scenario.
My meltdown,
the mentee bee. My husband was a bit like, oh. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. That's me.
Yeah.
That's what happens to me on a regular basis.
Well, and I was saying to you as well, I think one of the reasons we find it so funny when we send each other or show each other these little clips of ourselves, everyone needs a at-home camera so you can see yourself back.
You need to be able to watch yourself
Because it is so, you can really laugh at it when you're not, obviously, when you're past that point of no return. But I think it's because whenever these things happen, it's usually like that when you're on your own, you're rushing around or what have you, and these outbursts come out. Because let's face it, we'd all be fired if you're actually acting like that at work or whatever, or in front of people.
I think I probably have acted like that at work on occasion.
They've allowed it. But yeah, and I think when you can share it like that and see it, it's sort of like you can explain it to me, but when I actually see it with my own eyes, it's just so much better. Keep them coming.
I think this will be, we're in the early stages. We've set up our Instagram. We've set all these things up, but we haven't had much time to put into them yet. But I think that we should probably use our camera reels, because that's real life.
Yeah.
Lots of people post these memes and stuff on Instagram where you've taken clips of films and stuff and kind of showing, my day started off so well, and then cue somebody getting crashed over the big wave, or I don't know.
Yeah.
This is real. This is real.
Real
shit.
time. Yeah. Real time
That
meltdowns.
That was me. Let's share it with the world, because it can't just be us.
Yeah.
It cannot be us.
It's I'm quite impressed because we do move on from it quite quickly. Because look at us now, we're quite happy.
No
but...
point festering, is there? You can't change what's happened.
Yeah.
We know that we've always got therapy. We've been waiting pensively for Friday evening. It's like gives us something to look forward to.
That's it. We can get it all out, can't we?
We can.
Yeah.
So the sweats we were talking about last week, that hasn't left me.
So you're continuing to... Is it just the pits?
Yeah. It's still this thing that seems to be going on at the moment. So this morning, I got up and I got out of bed and I went and I went and fed the cats, got myself a coffee, and I went and just sat in the spare room because the husband was still asleep. And of course, sat down to message you because that's the first thing I do when I wake up. And I drank this coffee, and I know I said to you I don't get that hot sweat, but I could just feel my body temperature rising just from drinking this coffee.
Oh, there you go. This is this week's symptom then.
This is this week's symptom.
On the subscription.
So hot. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm in my pyjamas. So I took my pyjamas off, changed my pants, slapped on the estrogen. And then I was, even though I was at home, I was like, no, because I'm not planning on having a shower, because I've going training, PT training in the afternoon. There's no point in having a shower in that this morning. So I was like, what do I do here? So I went and I have a packet of baby wipes that I keep for like a motor thing. And I was baby wiping my armpits this morning, because this is so my husband
baby, like at a festival, you're having a baby wipe wash.
Like you have it at a festival. So my husband's walked out this morning to me in the hallway. Don't know why I'm in the hallway. Don't know why I haven't done this in the privacy of my bathroom by myself. No, so he walks out, morning, and there's me.
That's what he woke up to.
Arm in the air, cleaning my sweaty armpits with baby wipes so that I can get on with my day.
And did he just go, was he like, hi, and then just carried on with what he was doing? Or did he
I'm
pause
pretty much
and
thinking
go,
it
what the
when I was
fuck?
just like, I'm really hot, I've had a coffee, and I think my words were, this is definitely something for the podcast, wasn't it? Whilst I'm there wiping the sweat away from underneath my hormonal sweaty armpits that just seem to be hanging around. So that's my thing. I don't know what you can do about that.
A lot of people go like move on to men's deodorants and stuff.
You can get some like special, more drying ones.
I tell you what
can't
I saw today when I was out on my travels.
What did you see?
I went into Boots and then I saw that they've actually got a whole range of menopause products for your skin.
Okay.
And I was like, wow,
Interesting.
they are cashing in on this.
Well, I was going to say that without sounding like, oh yeah, that's really good, but
yeah.
it's such a problem now, and it's so common and it's talked about so much that like everything, it then just becomes a huge big marketing thing, doesn't it?
Because essentially it'll be stuff like, yes, your skin changes, it might get more dry, it might get more acne prone, oily, whatever. So there are those changes, but those products are probably already available,
exist.
so
They
I
just
don't know
haven't
how
got
much
the
a
tagline
topical,
on.
face cream is going to be any
Yeah.
different from a combination skin product or whatever.
If number 7
But
want
I
to send
thought
us
that's-
any, I'm
I know,
willing to
right?
try.
It's clever, and like I said, because we're all talking about it now, and I think like for instance, our parents when they were going through this, and I was actually thinking this the other day about my mum. So my mum was 30 when she had me. So I was thinking, when I was in those teen years, those really awful years, and I was a horrible teenager, I was horrible. I wouldn't have wanted to be my mother because I was horrible. I really struggled with it, and I think I was probably like
A bit of a handful.
I was a handful. I wasn't very nice, greasy teenager that hated the world, and classics of Kevin and Perry, like everything was embarrassing and parents were like just sad and all of that. And I think back now and go, God, she was like, so she would have been like my age now dealing with this teenager. And it just gave me a whole new respect because it's like, that is tough. I mean, we're doing this without having those added pressures of like teenagers and things like that. And I bet obviously a lot of women our age do have kids that age, which is such a difficult age. It must make things so much worse. I mean, we're lucky, really. We've only got husbands and animals to deal with. And that will bring me to tears, as it is. So
they talk about, they call it like the sandwich effect, don't they? That you get to this 40s, mid-40s age and you're stuck in the middle of, you've got like children, regardless whether they're younger or older, you've then got kind of aging parents and you're stuck in the middle of trying to like be everything for everybody. And then a lot of women now are working as well, because back in the day, women didn't do that. Women looked after children, looked after the home, looked after everybody else. But what they didn't do is go to work. But now we've all got careers and jobs that are so exhausting,
and
mentally
demanding.
exhausting and demanding.
And I just think, God, on top of that, like years ago, for say our parents' era, it wasn't as widely spoken about. You never would have walked into a shop and seen menopause range for
I
skincare
don't really remember
and stuff.
my mum talking about it hugely. I remember her talking about it at the time, but I don't remember it being just a huge, big thing.
Ordeal. Whereas we're all talking about it now, and it's quite, it's like really open, isn't it? Where people will be having a hot flush, and they'll just openly say it, and you don't have to hide it
I
anymore,
think that's great, though. You shouldn't,
isn't
have
it?
to.
It's marvellous.
You literally shouldn't have to. I think
because you need to talk about it to like get through these horrendous moments, like these meltdowns and the crying or the nearly crashing your car because you've pressed the wrong button, or and like even stuff at work, we've got whole courses and things that you can do to support you. I know other friends have worked for different companies and stuff, and they've all got sort of like menopause support and stuff, and even like it's stuff that men can go on as well, so they can learn about this, because it's tough on them, right?
Our husbands are very aware of it because we've both been really honest about it, even with each other's husbands. Like we talk about it really openly as like a foursome, so to speak. And well, this is where this has come from. They realise that that this is why we're doing what we're doing, because they've realised that wow, there must be other people, and they really do see how a bit mental we are because of it.
Yeah.
But we don't care anymore. We're not like ashamed to share it and talk about it. Because if you couldn't, I don't know how I would cope actually. You do things to cope, you do nice things, you try and look after yourself. I went for a lovely facial on Saturday, treated myself.
Oh, yes. How's it feeling now? Because you were absolutely glowing after that.
I was glowing. I literally just picked up my phone to look at myself in the mirror. Let's look at myself as a backward camera to tell you what I think of my face. Oh, God. Do you ever do that? I've literally just looked at myself.
Every time I look in the mirror, I do that.
That is shit. I'm putting that down. I mean, where's the wine? Oh,
She's reaching for the wine.
That's awful. It did help, and it felt really nice. There's a really nice place that I go to called Beauty Sculpting Room, and they do loads of really nice things like that. And I was talking to the girl that does my treatments, and I was telling her about the podcast, and they thought it was great because she was saying, no, they get loads and loads of clients that come in, and a lot of their clients are
suffering.
Like, yeah, and they're ladies about it, and it's because they want to go in and they want to feel nice and they want to feel attractive and they want to feel well and feel better about themselves. So they have nice treatments, whether it's, facial treatments or other sort of things that are helping with your fat loss or things that are helping with different problems that you're having with your body, like pelvic floor. And it's nice to go and get these things done.
It's never ending, isn't it?
Yeah. Feel better.
Yeah. Huge list of stuff that needs to be maintained.
I had the same conversation with my nail technician like 3 days later around, all these different things that you don't have to do them at all, but if you feel that you want to do these things because they
if it helps,
nice.
That if anything that helps.
I think we've all prejudged things in our time, haven't we? But I used to prejudge, I'm going to grow old gracefully or disgracefully, whatever. And it's like, no. I'm all for it. Give me the filler. Give me the Botox.
Yeah.
Give me those things because when you have them and it just makes you feel a bit nicer.
Well, look, if I didn't have a little touch of Botox here and there, I would be scowling all the time. I was scowling all the time.
You were.
I had the 11s to prove it.
Same here.
Angry pig I was. I'm still angry. It just don't.
It
just
doesn't show so angry, does it?
No, I was the same. I mean, we were both sort of quite scared of it, but I think it's been so normalised now. People go off and have it done in their lunch break, don't they? And it's fairly affordable now, isn't it? As well,
affordable for some. I suppose it is affordable
because it's so widely available.
It's
there's
more competitive.
A choice, isn't it? That's the word I'm looking for. Competitive.
Yeah, it's more competitive. I suppose it depends where you go. Depending on your situation, yes, it can be affordable, but I suppose it's affordable in moderation. That's probably what I like about it, because I can go and get something like that done maybe once every 6 months, and that's fine. You can see how people can get very addicted to it, and you can see why potentially there's some people that are in the public eye that have a endless pot of cash.
I mean, I've always said, if I won the lottery, take that money away from me, because I would end up like Pete Burns. I would have everything done. I would be that person that would get completely...
Wow.
Thank God I don't have the money to do that, because I wouldn't mind a facelift.
I would mind.
People
I'd
are
like
getting
a
them
facelift.
younger and younger now.
I'd like it, like my neck to be pulled back. We've had the ongoing conversation about the lips, but we're both too scared.
Yeah.
No, I think a little bit of. It's not kind of enhancements though, is it? That we personally choose to have. It's just a little bit of, actually, if I just have that little bit of Botox, like you said, it stops that scowly look. It's just not attractive.
Because I get like some tension headaches, and it's resolved that a bit. And I honestly think it's through the scowling.
So Botox can be used, and I'm not a medical professional here, but I know that I have heard of people that have had Botox because of migraines.
Yeah.
And actually someone that had Botox because they had like a bladder-related problem, and they had Botox in their bladder. Because Botox does it. It's about stopping your muscles, isn't it?
Oh,
So
you can get it for the
have it as a
sweaty
treatment.
armpit. You can get it in your armpit.
Can I get it in my armpit?
Yes, no more armpit flatulence.
Wow. Can I?
Yes, I'm sure you can get it, because
gonna
I'm
look
sure
that
people
up.
have had it in the palms of their hands as
If you've got,
well.
like, a sweaty
Yeah, I'm
handshake.
sure it helps with this.
Oh, we'll look that up.
Well, that'll be the next thing then.
Armpit Botox.
Yes. Let's just get it everywhere. Do you know what? I was going to say something there, and I've completely forgotten on that subject.
Get excused.
Yeah,
You're
it's completely
hormonal.
gone. There you go. Live demonstration of brain fog.
I have, again, and I'm so sorry, everybody, if we repeat ourselves every week. I have a little notes thing on my phone that I think, right, if I need to go to the shops and buy a couple of things, I have to write. The minute I go, I've just used the last one of that. I must put it on my online shop, or we're going to the shop tonight, so I'm going to go and get it. I have to stop whatever I'm doing. No matter how inappropriate it is, how impractical it is, I stop. I have to stop and go and write it down, because I will not remember at all.
Or say it. So we've both done this, where you just have to say
Just
it.
repeat it and
You're in
repeat
a conversation
it.
with someone, you say it, because you just think, if I don't say it now, I'm going to forget and I'll lose my train of thought.
So you get that
But then you
whole
feel like you're being really rude.
over-talking.
Yes.
The over-talking. So this happens a lot at work, and I know that people, when you're having like Teams calls or Zoom calls and stuff, like it is easy to talk over each other because it's different from being face to face, isn't it? But I definitely notice it more with women, especially women that are of certain ages. Like you said, it's the intention is not to be rude, it's not to overspeak someone, it's not to drown someone out. It's if I don't get this out my mouth now, it's completely gone.
Because I know we've said this to each other before, going like, we'd have met up, had a whole conversation, and then you come away and go, did I listen to anything that you said to me?
I
was I being rude
in the car when
Did
I
I
left
not?
on Wednesday?
Did you? So yeah, we do it all the time.
That
but
was
then
part of my teariness as well.
What will happen is we've both had that same thought, because you go away and I expect, there you go, it's the mix of the brain fog, because you can't quite remember every detail because it's already gone. But we are lucky enough that we just both just talk over each other or are just going off on a tangent and things move on very quickly.
When we spend a day or several hours together, whatever the conversation is that we start at the beginning of getting together, that conversation will get finished eventually.
Hours.
Like 3 hours later, because we end up having somehow like 7 conversations in the space of 3 hours, but we don't have one conversation at a time. They all just merge into each other, don't they?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then you wonder why we can't remember anything.
I think that's got to be part of this, isn't it? That is brain fog, and you just have to get it out, because otherwise you wouldn't function and you would just fall silent, wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't remember what you were going to say. So get it out now.
Yeah.
And I think, so I get it. Like if you've done it, if I've done it, we get that. So yeah.
I put my hand up sometimes, don't I? I've just done it.
Yes.
And you've stopped because it's like a sign of, okay,
I need to go.
You need this space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're going to forget where we were. Jeez, it's bad.
Where are
isn't
we?
It? Who
What's
am I?
going on?
What's going on? I just don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what's going on.
Just don't know what's going on.
So that's always been, that's become a saying of ours, isn't it? I don't know what's going on here. And so this came from another
being in a Portaloo.
Yes,
at
another
a festival.
little video clip. And so this was on my phone. We'd gone to a festival, and for some reason, I don't know if there was a power outage. I don't remember. I was obviously quite drunk by this point of the evening, but there was no light anywhere. And like Portaloos, they don't have a light in them. They've got a sunroof, haven't they?
Or they've got a little light,
and it
but
kind of
it's like
seems
it's
to
no
reflect.
good for anything.
It reflects anything that's coming in above, and so the outside lights had all gone, so it was pitch black. So I think I don't even know why we'd gone into that toilet together. I presume it was for safety because it was so dark and we needed the toilet. So I was like, obviously I have to just get my phone out and start filming this because we thought it was funny at the time. And so all that's on the clip, it's just this complete darkness, and then your voice going, I don't know what's going on here.
We get a lot of humour out of replaying those over and over again, though, don't we?
We were so drunk we didn't remember it really. So it was like, it's one of those nice surprises you get the next day when you look through your phone.
Look on your phone and you go, what photos have I taken and what have I recorded?
Or the videos.
Horrify
Even
yourself.
more so. Maybe we need like body cams then, so we can actually just remember normal
just
things
like a
in
GoPro
life.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need something like that.
Alcohol incidents aside, like that, just day-to-day life, body cams.
To film everything that we do.
Yeah, we've got a lot from like the house cameras. So yeah, maybe we just need to.
Yeah.
And then we won't forget a thing. But we'd spend a long time looking back over everything, wouldn't we? AI, there needs to be an app or something, and you can just say to it, look, just remind me what I've said today.
In brief, break it down, summarise it.
What did I need to do today? Like a second brain.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because you do need someone to summarise your day, because I can't put it in words half the time.
Some people journal, don't they? But I'm not that person.
I'm not that person. I'm
too tired.
Well, I won't be able to remember what to write down.
Yeah, I won't find the pen. I would have lost the pen. I would have lost the paper. So it's just a no-go straight away. It's a non-starter, isn't it? The journal.
Yeah, no, I'm not a journaler. And then I'd be too scared that somebody would read it. I remember like writing a diary when I was younger and my parents found it, and it's like horrifying to think that, you know.
Did you have one with a little padlock on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to write these things down. I mean, I'd actually, you know what, I'd love to get my hands on that now and read it on here, because I bet it's absolutely
Do you think you've still got it
hysterical.
somewhere?
I don't know what my mum and dad would have done with it. Remember this? I can remember this little diary.
Was
when
it
those
like
little like A5 ones that had cats on and you could lock it and you'd have like a little section for each day of the week and you'd write some lines on it.
a bit? Do you remember Adrian Mole? It was like a book,
Yeah,
and then they done
yeah.
a TV series, I think, as well.
I'm going to my parents tomorrow. Maybe I should
Please
ask
look
them.
for it. That'd be hilarious.
The memoirs of a younger Penelope.
Oh, I would love that because I didn't know you as a child, so I would
We've
love
missed
to
out.
read
You've missed out on all those
I
years of my
have.
life.
Yes, I have. It's devastating. I need to know. Yeah.
Gosh, I would love to find it. I do
Penelope.
think I'd publish it. I think it would be so hilarious. The trials and tribulations of a young person. I mean, I literally feel like I've gone full
What
circle.
you felt was a trauma then, compared to what you feel is a trauma now. Actually, it probably is kind of the same, isn't it? From like young teenage years to now.
I think it's
because
probably very similar.
that thing where you over exaggerate or in your mind, make it,
Well,
things that aren't a big deal become a big deal.
I guess
So
if you think of that age when you're a young teenager, you're going into you're starting into your hormonal. So it's the beginning, and now we're at the bloody end.
yeah, and just as crazy.
And just as crazy. It's just very different because we've got to get our shit together.
There's just no let up, is there? No let up.
I was talking to my husband about like the mood swings and the emotional swings because he even said to me after Dark Wednesday and the car handbrake thing, I slept well, rested obviously Wednesday night. See, I can't remember the day of the week I'm talking about. And he said Wednesday literally 2 seconds ago. So I woke up on Thursday, much better, great, had a really good day at work. He came home, I've got a little spring in my step and I'm being suddenly this really loving, attentive, nice wife. And he's just like, I love you when you're like this. It's like, you're happy, I'm affectionate, we're silly together, we have like fun, we make the dinner and everything like that. And I said to him, I said, it is totally insane. I said, this is what I'm trying to say is that you get this total up and down of how you feel. And I was explaining to him how I feel about him emotionally now is right in that moment. I was like, oh, I love you so much. And I do, I adore him. I love him so much, but I don't love him every day. I don't feel like I love him, and I've told him this, and I know it sounds awful. And I said it's like you can really love them one day, and then you feel completely emotionally disconnected another day.
Yeah.
And I said, but it's all right because on average, I love you every day.
So yeah.
On average, I do love you every day.
So maybe 70% of if it's there. But I sent you a reel this week, actually, with something similar. It was just something I'd seen online, and it was this woman, and she's lying in bed, and she opens her eyes, and it goes, I should split up with my partner today. And then it was talking about, it was like a hormonal thing. And it is like that. Sometimes you can open your eyes and just hate them.
You hate them. You don't want to be near them. You don't want to be touched by anybody. You've just got this emotional void where you've just got nothing.
Yeah.
You feel nothing.
I actually say it to my husband. So we'll be there and I go, I hate you. And he goes, I know.
They get it. And that's when I was telling him this because I was in such a good mood and I was really good. I was laughing whilst I was telling him that some days I hate him. Some days I like you. Like today, I really, really, really like you. And he's like, that's really nice. And he's like, it's nice to know that you really, really like me today, but you tell him you didn't actually like me at all on Monday. I was like, oh no, I couldn't stand you on Monday. But on average, if you look at a graph or a chart,
He's winning.
It's fine. It
Yeah.
averages out, and I do actually love
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
In the moments of
Thank God
when you
for his
do hate
tolerance.
him, do you hate him? Like, is it, because with me, it really is like I get really strong about it.
Well, I've got strong about it.
Passes quick though, doesn't it?
Thank
it does,
God.
It does pass
It does, but
quickly.
then I see a lot of things about how they say that it's really scary that people that get like their marriage, they have separation, they get divorced or relationships break down because people think it is their relationship that's entirely broken, where actually a lot of it is just all back to this hormonal.
Do you know what? Yeah.
hell.
I would love to see the stats on that. Like, what are the statistics of relationship breakdown?
I think
at
it's
this
quite
time of
enormous.
life?
I think it's
Yeah.
quite big, isn't it? And I think that, sometimes it's probably a blessing that, you can't just break up with your husband. You can't just leave. You've got a home. You've got all of this commitment and financial stuff. You've got your animals. It's not just like you can just walk out of somewhere. And I wouldn't want to. But I've had moments where I've thought to myself, I don't think I want to be in this relationship anymore. And that's really painful and quite upsetting. But then it comes around and you're fine again. And now I know that. When I have those moments where
You can
feeling
ride
that,
through it.
I can just
Yeah.
ride through it and probably just come and see you. And I just know that I'm not going to feel like it for any more than maybe 3 days in a row.
Yeah. And on the other side of that if you're single in this time of life, good God, how difficult is that to find someone that you can actually gel with when you're on this roller coaster
I don't think I could.
of ups and downs and stuff. So, you know, if like you're embedded with your husband, do you know what I mean? Like, you've been together so long, you're married, you know, like
It's okay.
It's okay to feel like that. And like, I can say to my husband, like, I hate you. And he can just go, I know. And he just is like, yeah, but you're not going anywhere, are you? Let's face it.
Well,
so
no
we
one else
know
would
we
have
can
you.
be like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but if you were in a new relationship, you couldn't have
couldn't.
those moments.
I don't think
where
I
you
could cope with that
where you're
now.
that cruel.
No, you couldn't. I
can't.
think we've both been really honest that if we were single now, we would just be living together in hormonal hell or bliss or whatever we were doing, because I don't think
be the
I
only way
could.
through.
And I do feel for anyone that's in that situation, because it just, I can remember being a teenager in that whole like dating thing, or even in your 20s, whatever. And the roller coaster of, are they going to message me? Are they not? Do they like me? Don't they like me? Imagine going through that with the hormones that we've got
Whilst
now.
you're feeling like a pig.
Yeah.
Sitting there sweating, waiting for that text message.
Yeah, wiping your armpit with a baby wipe. But I don't understand why I've not heard back from them.
Yeah.
Plucking your chin hair, you know? What was it that put them off over dinner?
Yeah.
Can't possibly imagine why I'm not desirable.
Yeah, shout out to the single ladies, I think, for
Oh,
that. Because that's tough.
It is tough.
At least I can sit here and look totally rough as hell.
I apologise. Do you ever apologise?
Oh, yeah.
When I just look at myself and I
I'm
just say,
sorry
I'm so
that
sorry.
you have to be with this.
Yeah, that must be so upsetting.
Yeah. But to be fair, I think it goes both ways with my piggy husband. I think there is a bit of a menopause thing.
I'm sure someone said this to me. I can't remember I don't want to say the wrong word, and like andropause or something like that. There is, I'm literally getting my phone out to Google it, but there is something that is supposed to be like, similar, because like their testosterone changes, doesn't it? Or dips.
Yeah, they must have it, because I do think they have their own like struggles.
Andropause or male menopause. Often gradual decline in testosterone levels, typically starting around 40 to 50, though sometimes as early as 30. Symptoms include fatigue, reduced libido, depression, irritability, and decreased muscle mass. It's a long-lasting natural process, not a sudden event, often requiring lifestyle changes or testosterone replacement. So there is similar things that men can have. I just think that it's
probably
different.
just not the same scale, is it?
I think it's a different scale. They haven't been bleeding.
Yeah.
They haven't been bleeding for 30 years.
Yeah.
They haven't birthed children out of their vagina like a lot of women have.
Yeah.
Like, so they can have their andropause. And yes, I'm very sympathetic to a degree, but I don't think it's quite as dramatic. But it's probably a bit like man flu.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they probably don't deserve that much sympathy for it, but
no.
I'll give them
It's very different. It's very different, I think. Not as common.
But changes nonetheless. So it's, they probably have their own self-doubts then and stuff, don't they, of body image and things like that. If if you've got that physique where you're a gym goer and you're used to having that muscle tone, and then that gets harder. I know, like, weight gain and stuff has got to be the same, because it just gets more difficult, doesn't it, as you get older anyway, to
you naturally move less
weight.
as you get older. So it must be the same with everybody. That's just aging bodies generally, isn't it?
I do feel a lot weaker and stuff. I'm definitely not as strong. You're really good, because you go to the gym and you do all these things because you enjoy it.
I do enjoy it.
I don't have time for that.
It's hard.
I just can't do it.
It's so difficult to fit in. I saw my PT tonight, and I was talking to her, and she'd always say, like, how's your week been? How have you been? Have you been training? And it used to be like, yeah, I've been a couple of times a week, but now it's like, no, I haven't been since the weekend, because I really do struggle to fit it into my life during the week like I used to. I used to go to work in the office every day of the week. I'd be in that office 8 till 5. I had a team of staff so I had a lot of people depending on me. I would then leave that office and go to the gym, and then go home, make dinner, and I would fit that in and it would be fine.
Yeah.
Like, that was all. I couldn't even entertain going to the gym after work now. One, because I'm exhausted. Two, because there's people in there.
We walked past one today in town, and the whole front of it is glass. This
Absolutely
gym.
not.
And so you're walking by
No.
doing your shopping, and you can see them
No.
all in there. And I was quite shocked that everyone seemed to be on their phone
In the
whilst
gym?
working out. And I know, so I know you message me and stuff when you're in the gym, but
I'll
I
message
suppose
you
you're
while
on
I'm
a...
having my 90-second rest. It has to
Yeah.
be a very- 'cause you'll
Okay.
notice
So
me-
it's in your...
You'll notice me half. You'll get half a message and then half, and then it'll finish
Oh
off
right,
later.
so it's in your break. So I've never enjoyed being in a gym at all, because just when they're open and you feel like you're in this bubble and everyone must be looking at you, which they really aren't, because they're just getting on with their own thing, aren't they? Is the reality of it. I still felt very conscious, so I always enjoyed doing like the classes more, because you're all facing the same direction and all of that. So so you just find
No,
whatever
see, I'm
you
complete-
like.
yeah, it's-
But
yeah.
for me, it's walking now, and like 'cause
Walking's
we've got the
lovely,
dog, so
though.
we
That's
do
really
a
good
lot of
for
that,
you.
and that's the thing I can bear. Well, I have to do it as well.
Yeah, but it's a
I-
good thing. I
like-
think it's lovely going out for a walk, getting some fresh air, even if you're doing it when it's got dark at the moment, later in the evening. There's nothing better than getting outside. Some days I don't get outside at all. I'm working at home all day.
Yeah.
I don't leave the house.
So
at
we
all.
have to. And do you know what? We've enjoyed our
Yeah, you're
nighttime
really
walks. We've been
consistent
going
with it
later
now.
and later with them. In summer, it's lovely, because you can go out and it's, you're out at 10 o'clock at night and it's still light, or light enough to walk, and it's just getting did you just yawn?
No.
Am I waffling?
No, I'm
Am I
just...
waffling?
Yeah.
Were you listening to me? Were you?
Huh? Who are you? Who are you?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
No, I was listening to everything you said. I just had to stifle. I
don't
tried to
remember-
stifle a
What
little
was I
yawn.
saying?
You were talking
I don't
about
know what
taking
I
the
was
dogs
saying.
for a walk, and it was lovely. And I just was
God,
trying
how
to
boring.
I was
How
trying
do you
to
sound?
stifle a yawn, not to yawn into my microphone, so everyone wouldn't know I've yawned. You're like, you had a yawn?
I'm
You
sorry. No,
yawned?"
it's boring. I'm so boring. I'm just a boring, old, fat, sweaty pig. I hate myself. Why are you even friends with me?
Because I'm
Why is anybody listening
because
to
I'm
this?
a boring, fat, sweaty pig too, and nobody else wants to be my friend.
We're disgusting.
I know, I was nearly going to talk about how exciting it was to put my washing out in the garden. So excited. My washing in the garden. And I just thought, well, oh my God, is that what my life's come to? That everybody's just excited that they can put their washing in the garden. There must be so many things that people can look forward to, but like in the blink of darkness that we have this week, that was my highlight.
I was putting the did you put? No, this is good. Did you put the washing outside then?
Yeah.
So you put,
In the garden.
I haven't done that yet.
I put the washing in the garden and I loved it. I was so pleased.
Must
It
have
was
felt like a
lovely.
real treat, actually.
It did feel like a
From that-
treat.
yeah.
Saving some electricity.
From your dehumidifier.
Yeah. That is what life comes to.
Oh, that was good.
Dear.
Oh, we've been going right. Okay. On that note,
Literally my eyes are stinging
on that
now, so I'm
note, I
laughing so
think
much.
let's wrap this up.
I'm
I think
sorry.
we've put you through enough. We've put
I
you
think we've
through
put you all
enough
through
tonight. Thank you, everybody. Remember to follow us and subscribe and like and comment, or send us anything that you want us to talk about as well.
Absolutely.
Email address is
PeriPigcast@gmail.com. If you've got any questions, please send them to PeriPigcast@gmail.com. Anything you want us to talk about, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok if you look for Peri-Pigs. And we are on Spotify, Amazon, Apple.
all of it.
All of it.
Just find us.
Just
You'll
find
find
us.
us. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us again. Have a good week, everybody, and oink oink.
Oink, oink.